Thanks for letting me drive your car. I know a really good running loop that's just a few minutes away. We probably could have run there, but then I wouldn't have gotten to drive your cool car. Are you ready? Thanks for going running with me. You know, I do have to make sure you can keep up with me. Hi, thanks for coming over. You didn't have to get me anything. Oh, that was so nice of you. Oh, I love Legos and I love Star Wars. Who wants to do the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs? All right, now don't laugh at me, but sometimes I wear an apron when I cook. I have to. I'm kind of a slob when I cook, so this keeps me clean and cute. Okay, tonight I'm going to make skillet lasagna. Skillet lasagna is different than regular lasagna for a couple of different reasons. It is, first of all, made in a skillet, not made in a pan in the oven, which makes it a little bit easier to make for me. Anyway, it also is veggie. Doesn't have any meat in it. When I make it in the oven, I like put Italian sausage in it and I make it all meaty, but this one isn't. And since we just went for a run and stuff, I figured we would have kind of a lighter meal. And that won't make us so tired for, activities that we might do later. So let's talk about what I've got in front of me. I've got cheese, good old mozzarella, and Parmesan, and an egg. I have brown eggs right now. And spinach. Don't freak out, there's spinach in it, but don't freak out. And parsley and basil and zucchini and carrots and ricotta, of course, and a whole bunch of tomatoes because the sauce is all homemade. I actually have to blend it up in the blender after I saute the tomatoes in my garlic here. If you'll notice, oh, and no bake lasagna noodles. How awesome is that? If you'll notice, I have kind of a mix of things here. Like, this is sort of a homemade meal, but I have things like pre-chopped garlic, and like all I have right now is the basil in the little refrigerated tube and stuff, and I think that's okay. It's still homemade, even though you have basil in a tube, right? Anyway, let's open up the wine and have a glass, and I'll get to cooking. What? Sometimes a girl has to sharpen her own knives. Okay, so I've chopped up all of my tomatoes and I have to saute them in some olive oil and garlic, but I forgot to preheat my pan. So I'm standing around drinking some wine while I'm waiting. This is the best Valentine's Day ever. We're gonna be up all night doing this. Why do they even put these little tabs on here if you can't pull them off? Anyway, it's time to mix up the ricotta mixture. I need some ricotta and the egg. That helps it all stick together. And some more basil and parsley and my Parmesan, which I'm actually using a Parmesan, Asiago, and Romano blend. So much easier to buy it like this. All right, let's see, we need a cup. All right, a cup. And it goes. Okay. Now I need the egg. My brown egg. Crack it over there. Beautiful. And some salt and pepper and herbs, but I don't know how much. I'm a slave to the recipe, at least with this recipe. because it's so good. I don't want to mess it up. Let's see. I need 3 tablespoons of herbs. I already have basil juice on the tablespoon. Let's see. I think I'll use 2 tablespoons of basil and 1 of parsley. Because I don't really like parsley all that much. But I do like basil. And I like using these little things up. Alright, now I have to chop some parsley. Time to blend up the tomatoes into sauce. Super slow motion time. Time to build up the lasagna. We've got the no-bake noodles. It says to use 2, but my pan's kind of big, so I'm just gonna break up a 3rd one because I like pasta. And I'll break up that much for now. And then after that, I put half of the shredded up carrots and zucchini. That looks like about half. I spread that out. Wet. And now what do I do? I don't know why I can never remember the order of these things. And then I do some olive oil and pepper. And it says salt too, but I'm not going to add any more salt. Ah! Disaster! Disaster! Olive oil cap in the ricotta mixture. Oh no, no one will know but us. All right, a little of that. And a little bit of pepper. And now ricotta mixture, right? Oh, spinach first. Half of the spinach. It's kind of a lot of spinach, but this stuff really cooks down. Spinach on the floor. I won't pick that back up. Well, at least not for the meal. Let's see. Okay. And now for half of this. Yum. Cheesy goodness. Well, after this, I put a few pieces of the mozzarella, and then I do another layer. And I end with more mozzarella and some more Parmesan. I'm excited. It's done cooking, so I'm gonna put a little more parsley on the top, just because it's pretty, and a little bit of Parmesan, or whatever mix I have here. And now we just need to let it cool a little bit so that it can kind of, I don't know, harden up a little bit. And then we'll be able to eat. I think I'm gonna get the bread ready. Oh my gosh, I am starved. I definitely built up an appetite during our run. So, what do you want to do after dinner? Do you want to build Legos? Well, I'm stuffed. Should we go upstairs? Okay, we're ready for bag number 6. Yay! So, what's your favorite part of the Millennium Falcon? Are you tired? 'Cause I am. VIPs, see what happens next at SnapChick.com.